Hello friends, and welcome back. So I'm back here talking about power of responsibility today. And as some of you know, I'm also writing my book, and I wanted to share some reflections from my book today that I'm writing about, which kind of reflect on how I took responsibility in my own life. And how I realized the power of responsibility. So according to me, there are three key elements of power of responsibility. First one is just realizing that where you are in your life today is all because of your own decisions. Whatever choices you've made, that's what has got you here. So when I was stuck in that position in my life where I felt that I didn't know what else to do, and recently my contract had ended. I had a beautiful time during the 5 years that I worked with that company, but then when the contract ended, I wasn't sure where next I was going to, because my background was in education and I was working in e-commerce, so it was not kind of adding up. And how do I get back into education? I was clear that I wanted to get back into education, but how? And I was feeling very lost at that time. And so what I realized was I had to take responsibility of all my decisions. I chose to do that job for 5 years because it was giving me what I needed at that time. I needed the money, I needed the time to take care of my daughter, and I had a wonderful team who were kind of giving me the space to grow as a person, as a team member within the company. So I chose those things for myself. So I had to kind of not regret not working in education for all those 5 years and kind of start from where I was. And obviously when I was going through that phase, I was also facing some challenges in my relationship, but again I had to realize that I had to take responsibility of how things were at that point in time in our relationship, based on the decisions I took, or how I acted out in my relationship before that point. And it obviously, how you act guides other people's behavior towards you as well. So I had to take the responsibility of taking charge of my own life. Second, I realized that I had to learn to be thankful for what I had in my life. I had to learn the power of gratitude, in that sense that when you learn to be thankful for what you have in your life, that's when you learn to understand that you're also making space for more things that you want in your life to come. So I had to learn that you have to be thankful for what you have. I have a lovely daughter. I have a wonderful, loving husband, caring husband who's supporting me, whether I have a job or not. He's there for me. We are having a reasonably good life, with or without my pay at that time. Our daughter was going through a lovely phase. She was moving into a new school. She had so much to look forward to, and I was kind of there supporting her through that period. So in a way, that was a blessing in disguise, because I could be there for my daughter at that time while she was moving into a new school. And the third thing I realized was that I had to take action. I had to take action for whatever I wanted next in my life, because if you keep feeling, if you keep blaming others for what happened, and not take the responsibility for your own decisions, and then you keep feeling stuck, then you're not going to move anywhere in life. Before my contract ended, also I was looking for other opportunities, because I just wanted to kind of explore, get back into education. I was feeling that itch in my life that I wanted to do something in education. I wanted to go out of the house now that my daughter was in school, do something more that was closer to my heart. So I was exploring things, but I was not kind of taking any concrete actions in terms of applying for jobs, talking to people in terms of what next steps I could take. So once I realized that from where I was to where I wanted to go, it was my responsibility again. That is where I had to kind of take charge of things and kind of figure out literally what are the next steps. If I wanted to get into education, what are the things I can do around my daughter's schedule, how I can organize my life for that. I had two things very clear: that I wanted to work in education, and that I wanted to earn, because that was an important part of continuing a particular lifestyle that we were living in. So I was able to figure out a paid teacher training program for myself. Because I had worked for those 5 years, I was eligible to switch careers into teaching and be paid for the training. And that was all because I was ready to take responsibility for my life and ready to take the actions I needed to move on ahead. Thank you so much for being with me, listening to me, and till next time, so long.